And this is the type of hair that I will be using. Premium 2 1B Yaki Pro 16 inches. And I also will be using, my daughter's pretty much had this color before, and I'm going to do it as a, kind of like a streak in it. Alright, so let me begin. And I'm just showing you the braiding pattern, which is pretty much the same, all going back. But they're not as big as they usually are. Especially up top. I have a few small ones here. And I got an idea for that. It's going to contribute to the two kinds of hair that I'm going to use. And it's going to contribute to the closure that I'm going to create. So just watch and see how this turn out. Also, my ladies out there, I'm going to try to answer a lot of these questions that I've been getting about how I sew my hair in, my daughter's hair. I'm going to show you how to do the measurements for the track. One of the questions was, do I split the track? No, I don't. I don't split the track. Even though it is thick and it can be split, I don't split it. So, and this is my third row that I'm fixing to work on right here. And what I do is I put the hair right here on the last braid, go all the way around to the last braid on the other side. This is me measuring the hair for it to be folded and sewn on. Okay, that's from one end to the other. And after I've gotten it measured, take it away, fold it, grab it like this. Okay, now you see it's 2. And this is where I got to cut it at, right? Here. So this is actually 2 pieces here. I'm going to cut it right here. Okay. And there you go. And this is how it looks. And usually I start sewing it on the end that I cut right here when I place it on there. Alright, what I'm going to demonstrate this time is how to put the needle through the hair. Someone wanted to know, how do I put the needle through the hair and the track? So I'm going to demonstrate that. And in order for me to do that, I had to go ahead and sew the hair on both sides of the head, because I cannot hold one end up and try to sew at the same time. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to feel where that last track was and bring it up. And I'm going to begin sewing right here. Stop wiggling. Alright, what I'll do, you're going to stick the needle through some of the braided hair right here. See that? Then you're going to take and put the track on top of that and push it through. Bring it all the way like that. Okay? Do it one more time. Push it through the hair, push it through the track, and pull it through. Okay, my next step, since there is space here and here, and these tracks are double, I'm going to take the needle through that space in there. So we're going to keep it all neat and together. And now go to the next braid. Take it through the hair, bring it up, put the hair on top of it, push it through the track, pull it through. And this is a process that you will continue all the way until you get to the other side. Just like so. And so I don't want this video to be too long, so I'm going to cut it off and continue this process. I just want y'all to get the general idea of how I do this. One more time. Through the hair, loop it through the hair, put the track on top, push the needle through, pull it through, pull it a little tight, you got it. Just keep doing that. Sometimes you can go through even like that. See the thread here? Pull it through. Make your little loops like that. It doesn't have to be perfect, but just make it tight enough where it's going to hold if you leave it in for a long time. Alright. Okay, when you get this far and you got part of the hair on part of the braid on this side, this is when you want to start adding the hair on the side. What you want to do is you want to take and put it from one, cover that whole braid right there. Take it across the back of the head, all the way to the other side of the braid, right there. And sew it on like that. It takes 2 packs of hair. If you like your hair thicker, then you want to get 3 packs of hair. Okay, this is what it looks like. This is how far I've gotten. Like I say, start on that first braid at the bottom. How many braids I got? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10 braids. And plus these little ones where I made 2 little braids and made it into 1. That's how I did those. Why? I don't know, just something a little different I'm trying. As you can see, I've made my way all the way around to the front because notice or remember my last video, I started hooking the braids from the front of the forehead all the way back around to the braid over here. And that's how I created the swoop bang like that. And this is how the 2 colors are looking together so far. And this is how much more I've gotten. And up here I didn't double the tracks, I made single tracks because I'm trying to make sure I got enough hair to finish it up. So this is just how it's looking so far. And I'll be back as soon as I get a little further. Okay, as you can see, I've started working on the other side. And what I did, I connected it from this way. It's at this angle. And then rolls around this way on that braid. And I, you know how I go up under the braid and add an extra track? That's what I did with this one. So it's actually 2 tracks on one for this one here. This is how it's looking so far. Start here, and I'm going to add it under this braid here because I want it to be just as thick as the other side. So that's what I'm going to do. Start here, work my track under the braid. Come back and show you what I mean by that. Okay, instead of explaining this, I'm going to let y'all watch me do this one. So I'm not really laying the hair on top of the braid. It's being put under the braid. Grab the hair on the side, grab the track, and sew. Even though this braid is real little, you still can add a track under the braid. So here's as close as I can get it right there. Okay, you see how that's looking? It's not on top. It's not on the very top of the braid. It's under the braid. This is kind of hard to do and record because I'm having to bend my back and stretch because I got my cord around my neck holding the camera where y'all can see. So I know some of y'all will appreciate this, showing you what I do. And take in mind that I am not a professional. A lot of my sew-ins are guesswork. I guess at what I'm going to do. It's not really planned. But this is how it's looking so far. Alright. Okay. This is the same track that I started over here when I said I was going under the braid. I just brought it all the way around so that I can start covering the number 30 or the 33. I'm not sure which color that is. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to connect it to this same braid that I went under. Show you the braid that I started on here where I went under. There's a little opening right there. So I'm going to stick this track here. And I'm not going to really have a scalp part because I'm going to start laying the hair going this way. And you won't really see the scalp, but you'll have a part. So I'm going to stick it here and begin to sew. And this is the same braid that I sewn the hair under. And this is, I'm just doing this to keep from having a scalp part. And this is what I mean by having a scalp part, being able to see your scalp. But you won't be able to have one by the time I get done sewing all the hair in. And I'll be back to show you what this looks like because I'm on my toes. I am short. Okay, this is what I mean by not having a scalp part. It's got a little small one, but it's going to end right here. And I'm going to start putting the tracks from here on, like that. And I had to add a little piece in here. I'm going to clip this thread. So this is how it looks so far. Gotta fix that a little bit too. So far, so good. That's the look she's going for. Okay, let me try to wrap this up. Okay, I came back to show you all that. Pay attention to your ends when you're making your closure part. See how smooth that end looks? It should look like this. And notice this end. Look at that little thin and straggly. This is a tip. Go ahead and clip that end off. It's gonna mess up your closure part. You want it to look neat. You don't want none of it sticking out. Try to get it like the other end. So you might have to try to shape it a little bit. And then go back and see what it looks like after you shaped it. Because you want it to fall just like that when you start to sew. Okay, I just want to show you that little tip. I'm going to go ahead and sew that down. Okay, once again, like I say, all this is guesswork. I'm figuring out this as I go. So instead of doing this, if I told you I was going to do it from this way, I'm going to switch it up and go from the other way. I'm going to go from this way. But it's still kind of on the same braid. So I'm going to add that and take it around. I'm going to do this at least about 2 times from this way, because I'm about to get to the closure part. And I have no idea how I'm going to close it yet, so yeah. Okay, my little plan for the closure did not work, so I'm going to have to make one. And I've already did my measurement, and this is the measurement that I have here. And I folded it in half. And what I'm going to try to do is show y'all how I will go ahead and sew the track together without the glue. So I'll try to do that real quick. Well, it won't be quick because, yeah. But so you get the idea how to do it, because this could be complicated. Okay, I'm basically sewing the track. Trying to get it close enough so you can actually see where I'm sticking the needle at in the tip of the track. The very bottom of the track. And then after I've sewn that together, I'm going to take and fold it again. Just like that. And each time you fold it, you you're going to sew it. Fold it, sew it. Okay. But this time, when you get ready to sew it, you want to take the needle. See how I'm taking it through the bottom? Not through the track, but through the bottom of the track. I don't know if that makes sense, but just look where the needle is at. Not going through the track, it's going up under the track, like that. It's hard to do it record, but I hope it makes sense what I'm saying. See? Because whenever you flat iron it, you don't want to see the track, the color of the track anyway. This part. You want to kind of pull it tight too, whenever you're doing that. Okay, fold it again. And see where you thread at, do the same thing. Keep taking it. This is hard to do and try to look through the camera and see if you're doing it right, instead of looking exactly at your hand. For y'all, I'll try. Show you how I do it. For those who don't quite get it. And I know I'm all over the place because my hand is not steady. Okay, as long as you got the general idea of how I do it. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to probably fold it one more time and cut it and sew it again. And then I'll be done to go ahead and flat iron it and stick it in there. Okay. It's been a long day and I'm tired, so I'm trying to wind that down. Okay. Well, since it was kind of long, too long for the little opening, I'm going to fold it a little bit and sew it and make it round. So instead of a little oblong closure, I'm going to make a round one. It's my first time doing a round one, but yeah. All you have to do is fold it to make it round. What you're doing is sewing the thread together. Kind of like that. Like I say, I'm not a hairstylist, professional. Everything I do, I pretty much guess at it to make it work. Some of my subscribers like my guesswork. There are some that don't, but can't make everybody happy. But this is what I'm going to stick into my little closure after I flat iron it. And there you go. Okay, I'm running out of memory, so I'm going to try to show y'all quickly as possible how to sew the little closure, round closure that I made into the hole there. Okay, you see the thread on the closure and the thread from the track that I sewn here. That's what you're going to hook together. Well, that's what I hooked together anyway. Just like that. And you're going to do this all the way around. So this video may cut off because of my memory. Hopefully I can get around most of it. Y'all can get the general idea how I do it. I'm only on here to try to give the ones who want to learn an idea of how to do their own hair or do someone else's hair. I'm not on here acting like I know how to do it all, because I don't know it all. Trial and error. If I have any questions, comments, suggestions, ways I can improve this, just leave your comments at the bottom. Okay, I'm going to cut this off because this is going to be a real long video. And I'll just come back and show y'all the finished look. And maybe a few pictures at the end showing you how she styles it, because she got some senior pictures to take.